Greetings, Pokemon fans, and welcome back to Polar's Wrath. My name is JD, and today we're doing an optimized playthrough of Pokemon Crystal using Ariados, the long legs Pokemon. It's going to watch his first battle against our rival. His name is Triple Question Mark. As per tradition, we gave our rival a Cyndaquil because we are a bug type. It's a fire type. We're weak to fire. Makes sense. And we named our Pokemon Dooku or Doku, whatever that is. It was on the website, and it kind of sounds like it could be Dooku from Star Wars. And anytime I can throw a Star Wars reference in, I'm going to. So we get a pretty easy win over our rival. Move right onto this route, and we'll talk a little bit about what we did in this optimized playthrough. So the first thing we did is we started out fully evolved. In the original playthrough, we started out as Spinarak, and now we don't have to start out with Spinarak. We can start out with Ariados, gives better stats to start the game. Not greater stats, not so much, not that much better, but slightly better stats. And then we also can start out with one of our breeding moves. Now we had two options on breeding moves. We had Psybeam and we had Feint Attack. Both of them go off our special attack stat, not our physical, so neither one was really that much of an advantage. However, Psybeam is 65 base power, whereas Feint Attack's only about 40. So it made more sense to go with Psybeam. 65 base power, 100% accurate, psychic move. And it does help us in the early game, helps with a couple of problems we have later as well throughout the mid-game. So yeah, that's our starting move set. Or our starting move, I should say. Our starting move set was String Shot, Scary Face, and Poison Sting. I think there was one other move here. It might have been Mean Look, maybe. But we didn't use it. We're not going to use it. And we got this final bug catcher here. And we're going to go ahead and progress on to Faulkner. The only other thing we could have changed was really our hidden power. But our hidden power needed to be Ice. The problem with this Pokemon, the thing about optimized plays is you got to find what fixes your problems. And I thought just being smarter and being able to play smarter would get me to where I needed to be with this Pokemon. And beating the red and all the stuff in the end game. I thought that would help us out a little bit, but really it did not, and I did not prep for this as well as I should have. But you'll see that near the end. But let's go ahead and face Faulkner first and see how we do in our gym battles. So Psybeam is a 2-shot on the Pidgey. It does not have a flying move, so it's not super effective. Pidgeotto comes out. Psybeam does a decent amount of damage, about 40%, but we get a crit and knock him out on the next hit. He probably could have knocked us out if he got another critical hit, but we get a pretty easy win over Faulkner. And we're going to move right on to Bugsy. Bugsy is the bug gym leader. And he's going to come out with a couple Pokemon. And this first Pokemon he's going to come out with is a Metapod. Metapod is a bug type. It is not bug poison, so Psybeam does not knock it out in one go. It's okay, though. We take no damage. And we're going to move on to Kakuna. Kakuna is a poison type, so it's weak to Psychic. Knock it out in one go. And Skyther comes out. Now, we're weak to Skyther. However, it doesn't have really any flying moves, and all the moves it has are bug or normal, so can't really get a lot of the combo going for Fury Cutter. We get a pretty easy win using couple Psybeams, and we'll move right on to our second rival battle. This is usually the most complicated rival battle because Ghastly can be a headache, but Psybeam knocks it out in one go. Kulava comes out, and Ember seems to be doing a decent amount of damage, so we just got to make sure we outpace it. We knock it out, and now Zubat comes out, and Zubat should go down in one go. Very good. We're going to have a better move for Cyndaquil, but as of now, we get not an easy win because we did get down to orange health, but we do get the win, and we pick up Dig. Dig's going to be very helpful for us, and we're going to go right in here to Whitney's gym. And I made some blunders in here not facing extra trainers. It really could have been useful in the end game, facing some extra trainers to get some extra levels to potentially outspeed some things. That is the biggest black eye with this Pokemon is its speed. Everything else is decent enough to get you through battles, but speed is bad. So Whitney comes out, she's going to come out with Clefairy. Clefairy goes down to one Psybeam. One return, and now we're going to go ahead and try to knock out Miltank, and we Dig to break its combo so it doesn't combo us out of there. Really, it should have just gone for Stomp because it could have made us flinch, and we might not even be able to attack at all. But we get a pretty easy win over Whitney as well. I'm going to move right on to the Rock Tree thing, Sudowoodo. He's blocking our path. We're going to go ahead and knock him out. I really should maybe stop showing this battle because this battles are pretty obsolete. I mean, not really, because it's a rock type, so it does have a rock move they could use against us. But yeah, we get the pretty easy win and move right on to the next area, which is going to be Lake of Rage. We're not really facing anything. We're just picking up Hidden Power, and we went with Hidden Power Ice. Like I said, it's going to make a gym leader and a Elite Four member obsolete, plus it's going to help with some other things. And I'm going to move into the Komodo Girls, where we're going to talk about some things with this channel. The first thing we're going to talk about is make sure you like this video. It helps out the YouTube algorithm. If you comment this video, it helps out even more, gets out to more people. And if you do both, that's the double whammy right there. That's just going to help me out even more. And I really do appreciate that. And I really do appreciate anyone that subscribes as well. About 85% of my viewers do not subscribe to my channel but view my videos. So don't be in that 85%, be in that 15%. The rarity, the exclusion, more or less. So it really does help out the channel. I think I'm up to 522 subscribers, so I'm gradually getting them. But if you're viewing this video and you really want to come back and watch some more Pokemon videos, I have a lot of videos on the channel already, but I do have some things coming up that are going to be very fun. You can join in on that. You can be notified as soon as I post that video. But without further ado, let's dive back into this playthrough and face our third rival battle. Our third rival is going to come out with a Haunter, I believe. Yep. And we have Dig, which is going to make... Well, we also have Psybeam, my bad. So we have Dig and Psybeam, which are going to make this obsolete. Dig is super effective against Q-Lava. It's a one-shot. Very good. Magnemite's going to come out. Dig is super effective against him as well. Very good. And then we're going to have a Zubat, which we should just go right for. Psybeam. Very good. Get the knockout. Get the win. Over our rival, we're going to fall through the floor. And we're going to end up right in Morty's lap. We're going to save first. You never know. Morty's Gengar could be pretty bad. I think we're going to one-shot everything except for the Gengar. So now we're going to take on Morty, and he's going to come out with a Ghastly. Ghastly's going to go down to 1 Psybeam. We got double the power outputs, 130 power output with the being Ghost being weak to it. So now Psybeam, we got put to sleep. As long as we can just wake up and hit one more time, we'll be fine. We do wake up, knock it out, very good. And then Haunter comes out, last Pokemon, Psybeam, get the knockout, get the win. Pretty easy win over Morty, honestly. Move right on to the Lake of Rage. Now, we're actually going way out of order here. Usually we go with old Chucky Boy after we beat Morty, but this time we're going to go and face Red Gyarados. Return will be a 2-shot on the Red Gyarados. Not a big deal. And the reason why we're going out of turn here is because we need to go pick up a move. So I don't know why this Pokemon and other Pokemon that are Poison Type don't get this move or something like it via level up. But we need to get a move that's called Sludge Bomb. So we're going to talk to this guy. He's going to have us join him on an underground adventure. And we're going to go right up here after we beat the underground rocket hideout thing. And we're going to get this move called Sludge Bomb. We're not going to add it right away, but we will eventually add it. It's going to be a very crucial part of this Pokemon's stab move. Very powerful. And I'll go over it more later. But we're going to go ahead and face Price. Price, we're kind of weak to him. He's got Ice-type Pokemon. We don't exactly have anything great for Ice-type, but Return's been doing well. It goes off our physical attack stats, so it's been doing great. And we're going to go for Return on the Piloswine. It's going to be a 2-shot. Get a pretty easy win over Price, honestly. And after Price, we're going to go ahead and skate out of here. We're going to move right on to old Chucky Boy's gym. Now, Chuck, we don't have anything great for Chuck. I mean, Psybeam is going to be effective. But like I said, low special attack. So it's not going to be a one-shot with any of these Pokemon. At least I don't think it is. We are higher level now, so maybe it will be a one-shot. It is on the Primeape. I do not think it is on the Poliwrath, though. It is not. Surf does nothing. We knock it out on the next turn. Very good. Get a pretty easy win over Chucky Boy. I'm going to move right on to our next gym, which I skipped over the Ampharos thing, and we'll move right on to Jasmine. Jasmine is the Steel Gym leader. We have Dig for the Magnemites. That's a one-shot. Steelix is going to come out. Steelix is tricky, but we do have Dig, which doesn't do a lot, but we do have Hidden Power Ice, which I should have used on the first turn against Steelix. It's going to heal. It always does. We're still going to be a 3-shot no matter what. So it misses, and we get the knockout. And this is a foregone conclusion. As long as we can just hit 1 Dig, and Magnemite will go down to 1 Dig. Very good. Get a pretty easy win over Jasmine. That progresses us right on to our next battle, which is our 4th rival battle. Our 4th rival is going to come out, and he's going to come out with, I believe it's a Golbat. Golbat will come out, and you've got a couple options for Golbat. We do still have Psybeam. We can go with Hidden Power, but we'll go with Psybeam. It's not a one-shot. Maybe I should have done Hidden Power. It would have been a little bit more powerful. We get confused. We get the knockout nonetheless. Now we're going to go for Dig. Or Return, either one. Cyndaquil is not exactly very defensive, so get the knockout. And now we're going to go for Dig on the Magnemite. We hit ourselves, which is awesome. And we're no longer confused, so we should knock it out. Haunt comes out, we should also go for Dig again, knock it out. And then the last Pokemon is Sneasel. Any good physical attack will really knock out Sneasel. And we get the knockout very good. So we get a very easy win over our 4th rival battle. And we're going to go from rival battle to Claire. Claire is the Dragon Gym leader. We're going to go right onto her. And this is why we have Hidden Power Ice. Hidden Power Ice will basically make 3 of our Pokemon completely obsolete. And then it just comes down to what can we do to the final Pokemon, which is the Kingdra. So Hidden Power on the Dragonair, 1-shot, very good. Hidden Power on the second Dragonair, 1-shot, very good. They're all the same level, so as long as we knock out the first one, we can knock out the last one. Very good. And now Kingdra comes out, and we have a couple options for Kingdra. We have maybe Return would probably be our best bet. As long as it's not too much, it won't heal. We knock it out in 2 hits. Very good to get a very easy, very convincing win over Claire. And we'll move right on to our final rival battle. Our final rival battle is a very, it's not a hard battle, but it can go off the rails if you just don't prepare for it correctly. So now we still have Return, Dig, Psybeam, and Hidden Power. We have not added Sludge Bomb yet. I think it's one of the blunders in this playthrough, is I thought I needed all these moves for something. And Return will knock out the Sneasel. Hidden Power will knock out the Golbat. We don't hit the wrong one that time. Very good. Typhlosion. Return should be a one-shot. It is not, but it's very close. I think Dig would have been a one-shot. Knock it out. Magneton comes out. We're going to go for Dig on the Magneton. It is 4 times effective, so one shot, very good. That leaves 2 Pokemon left. And the 2 Pokemon left that we have is Haunter. The first thing we're going to do, what we're going to do with Haunter? Dig or Psybeam? Either one. Psybeam, yep, it's one shot, very good. And the last Pokemon is Kadabra. We just got to go for Return. It's a one shot, extremely good. We beat our rival, and we head right on to the Elite Four. Now, before we go in and face Will, we're going to go ahead and look at our stats really quick for this Pokemon. So the first thing we're going to look at is our moveset. So we have a couple things we can equip. We have the Quick Claw, we have Pink Bow, we have the Nevermelt Ice. Quick Claw can make it so we have a chance to go first. We're a slow Pokemon, so it's going to give us that opportunity. Sometimes we don't need it, but sometimes we do. A Pink Bow will give us all a boost in 10% of all of our normal moves, which is Return. We have the Poison Barb actually to help Sludge Bomb get boosted by 10%. And then we also have Nevermelt Ice to boost our ice type moves, which is Hidden Power Ice. So yeah, that's our moveset. We don't plan on changing that much in here. We actually added Sludge Bomb now, so Sludge Bomb's 135 base power, 135 with stab, I should say, 90 base power without it. It's a very powerful move. It only has 10 power points, but I think it'll serve us very well in the Elite Four. Attack is 145 of this Pokemon. I told you that's our best stat. Defense is 121. Special attack is 112. Special defense is 112, and speed is 91. And our stats are modified with our badges on the bottom left. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into this and go face Will. Now, Will is a psychic member of the Elite Four, I should say, and he should have a huge advantage over us if we don't play this correctly. So one misstep and we could really be in some dire straits here. So we're going to go for Hidden Power Ice on the first 2 Pokemon. We don't get the knockout on the second one. See how much Psychic does? Almost does half damage to us. We do Hidden Power Ice, knock it out. And so the rest of this team we should be okay with, but we'll see how it goes. Return on the Jinx, very good. And Executor comes out. We're going to go for Hidden Power Ice on the Executor. Nope, Sludge Bomb. I'm sorry, Sludge Bomb's more powerful and it's super effective. Get the knockout. And now the last Pokemon is Slowbro. We're going to do 2 Sludge Bombs, knock it out. Very good. Get a pretty easy win over Will. Now we're going to move right on to Koga. Koga is the poison specialist of the Elite Four, and he's going to come out with an Ariados. Hey, that's us. So we're going to go for Return on the Ariados, or Sludge Bomb, Psybeam. Okay, we're going to go for Psybeam. Very good. Gets knockout. And now Venomoth comes out. Go for Psybeam again. We don't get the one shot. It confuses us, and I think this is what derails this battle. I think we get our first reset's going to be here against Koga, I believe. So yeah, we got everything dropped that badly. I think we got to at least take a hit from something. Crobat comes out. We'll go for Hidden Power Ice. It's not a one shot. Wing Attack knocks us out. That was fun. Let's go and try that again. So Koga comes out again. Ariados comes out, and we're gonna go for Psybeam on the Ariados. Get the one shot. Very good. Moving on to Venomoth. Venomoth go for Psybeam. We just don't want to get confused again. It's Supersonic again. Great. That's awesome. And now Psychic does so much damage. And we get the knockout over Venomoth, but the question is, we're going to destroy the rest of this team. And we're going to go for Hidden Power Ice. We are still confused, and it outspeeds us, so he's probably going to knock us out again. He goes for a full restore. Not fun. He knocks us out again. That's awesome. So now we're going to go ahead and try this again. The biggest thing is don't get hit by Supersonic. That's the biggest problem we're having here. But we can't really avoid it. Okay, we outspeed, but we don't have the possibility of knocking out in one go unless we get a crit. And it goes for Psychic, which is, I guess, better because we're not getting confused, so we have more health going into the Crobat. Crobat, we're going to go for Return. Return is not going to one-shot. It's going to be a 2-shot. Goes for full restore, Hidden Power Ice, and one more Hidden Power Ice. We're hoping to get the Quick Claw to activate, but we're not that lucky, so we're going to try this battle one more time. So this is 3 resets already on our second member of the Elite Four. This is so fun. And then Venomoth comes out. We'll go for Sludge Bomb on the Venomoth. We don't get confused. We don't take any damage. So that is the best case scenario for us. We'll go for Hidden Power Ice. It's probably going to heal. Nope, doesn't heal. We get the knockout. So the problem Pokemon is Venomoth and Crobat. We get past them, and now we're going to go for Return on the Fortress. It really does no damage at all. Hidden Power Ice doesn't do any damage at all. We're whittling it down, but it's just taking forever. And really just stall tactics, and unless it explodes, it can't really do much to us. And then the final Pokemon is Muck. Muck looks like it's going to be about a 2-shot. It is a 2-shot. We get a pretty, not an easy win. This one was an easy win, but it took us 3 tries to get that kind of RNG and that kind of luck to make the battle trivial. And we'll move right on to Bruno. We don't talk about Bruno very much, but we're going to face him, and he's going to come out with a Hitmontop. There is no one-shot capability. Now, this is where I should have kept Dig. His Dig might have been helpful in this battle, but nonetheless, we get the knockout. Moving on, right on to Hitmonchan. Hitmonchan is, we're going to go for Return, and it's not a one-shot. It's close. It's so close, but it's not a one-shot. 2-hit knockout on the Hitmonchan. We're going to go for Hidden Power on the Onix, makes it a one-shot. So 2 Pokemon left. The Champ could be a pretty easy knockout if we can just hit, but we're going to go for Sludge Bomb. Not a one-shot. Rock Slide, we do not take as much damage from Rock Slide as I anticipated. Wasn't like it was with Ladian. Ladian was 4 times weak, to be fair, though. And now we're moving right on to the Hitmonlee. And Hitmonlee will go down to 1 Sludge Bomb. We get the first try victory over Bruno. And we're going to heal up and go right into Karen. Karen is the dark member of the Elite Four. And she's going to go ahead and face... We're going to go ahead and face Umbreon. She sends out Umbreon first. Sludge Bomb is a 2-shot. We do not get hit by Sand Attack. We do poison it. Knock it out. Very good. So we take nothing from Umbreon, which usually means this battle is going to be very easily done. So Houndoom's a 1-shot with Sludge Bomb. Hidden Power is going to be a 2-shot. We're going to get paralyzed. So the rest of this battle becomes pretty, not pretty obsolete, but it becomes pretty more interesting than it has to be. So it goes for Curse. As long as we just attack, we'll knock out the Gengar. We just have to hit 1 Hidden Power Ice and knock out the Murkrow. Murkrow is weak to Hidden Power Ice. I mean, Return happens and we get the knockout. That was a misclick. Luckily, we get the knockout and get the win over Karen, who's usually the most difficult member of the Elite Four. And now move right on to Lance, the liar with the flyers, as Squidgy would say, because he has all flying Pokemon, but only has 3 dragon Pokemon. Gyarados will go down to 1 Sludge Bomb because he gets poisoned and hurts himself. And then Aerodactyl will go down to how many Hidden Powers? It's going to be 2 Hidden Powers at least. Hyper Beam knocks me out. And we got to take a reset here. We don't have the greatest defense, so these things are going to happen. We're going to go for a turn on the Gyarados. We're going to go for Rain. And we're going to go for another return, knock it out. Very good. Moving on to Aerodactyl. Aerodactyl seems to be the problem with this Pokemon, because now we flinched, and yeah, it's a foregone conclusion. We're going to get knocked out again. So here we go. Attempt number 3 on Lance. In Gyarados, like I said, goes down to 1 hit. It really hasn't been doing much to us anyway, so it's going to set up Rain Dance. So now we get a critical hit against us. That's awesome with the Ariados, and we might as well just go and take the L again. Here we go. There's our 3 resets, and now we're on our fourth attempt at Lance. And Lance can come out with a Gyarados. We knock it out. That's been a foregone conclusion. And now we're going to face old Aerodactyl. And we don't get a critical hit. And we do finally get past the Aerodactyl. The question is, do we knock everything else out? Charizard will outspeed us, I believe. Unless we knock it out. Nope, we get a critical hit, knock it out. So we do have a chance to win this now. We just have to one-shot all the Dragonites. We get a one-shot on the first Dragonite. One-shot on the second Dragonite. Hidden Power Ice, this is why we have it, man. It makes these battles obsolete. And we get a one-shot on the third Dragonite, meaning we beat Lance, we get into the Elite Four, and we're just tapping, trying to get our time in. And our time is going to be very much improved from the last time we played through this with this Pokemon. So we get our time locked in. 1 hour and 13 minutes and 49 seconds. Compare that to what we did last time. 1 hour and 58 minutes and 12 seconds. Huge amount of improvement. 45 minutes of improvement. I'll take that any day of the week, twice on Sunday. But that is only half the battle. We still have to do all of Kanto. So we'll go ahead and meet you guys over in Kanto. And now that we're in Kanto, we're going to take on all the gym leaders and then face Red. Now, I sped all this up. These battles are pretty trivial for the most part. I don't really need them. I don't really need to review them. So you guys can watch that while I talk a little bit about the channel, and then we'll reconvene at Blue. Like I said, very fast. Only got about 2 minutes to go over these things. So first off, the channel is growing. We have gained some momentum, I should say. We have videos 3 times a week. We have a Monday video as a prediction for the video we're playing like today, the optimized playthrough. And then, so we have a video on Friday as well. In the middle of the week, we have a video where we're playing through, and we're doing all the fully evolved Pokemon in Generation 1 to figure out who the best of every type is. So right now, we're about waist deep. We're just over halfway through all the fighting type Pokemon. We've done Machamp, we've done Hitmonlee, and we've done Poliwrath. We have Primeape, and we have Hitmonchan to come. So if you like those kind of videos, you like to see who the best is and where the things are ranked, we have that in the video. Those come out every Wednesday. So that's what's going on with the channel. Got some things coming up. Got a couple more optimized playthroughs to do. And then we'll get right back into playing through in order the Pokédex. I wish I just discovered and done this format from get-go. It's been very fun. It would have been a slower pace of the Pokédex, but we've definitely been fun and made some Pokemon a lot better. I have basically come to the conclusion I'm not going to do any of the baby Pokemon, because we'll cycle through a lot of them whenever we go through the actual first 151 in the Pokédex after we beat the extra 100 that were added in this generation. So that'll be a ways down the road, but we're not going to do an optimized playthrough of all the fully evolved Pokemon, or a fully evolved baby Pokemon, okay? There might be one exception where maybe it's a Pokemon that's relevant, like Togetic, for example, would be a great example, where I would start out with a move and start out fully evolved, because it actually is in this generation, like Jigglypuff, Wigglytuff, those things are not in this generation. So we're probably going to skip over those, but anything in this generation I'll probably do fully evolved. So now we're facing Blue. Now Blue is a problem because we just don't have anything great against a couple of its Pokemon. Pidgeot, we seem to get knocked out pretty easy. Rhydon came out and it did Sandstorm, and Sandstorm's doing chip damage to us every turn. So Sludge Bomb knocks out the Pidgeot, and we do not get a one-shot on the Rhydon. It's just so close. I think we gave this thing a Hidden Power Ice, or Nevermelt Ice to probably knock it out. And now Arcanine we're not knocking out either. We're taking more chip damage, that's like I said, and we're going to return on the Alakazam. And every turn, we take damage no matter what. It's not like Poison in Gen 1, where if you knock out the opposition, you don't actually get any poison effects. So we'll get the knockout there. We're going to go for Hidden Power Ice again. We actually get the range this time, knock it out. We actually went and got one more level. We faced a couple trainers. And so we still get knocked out by the Arcanine. That's awesome. So Hidden Power Ice is not a one-shot on the Pidgeot. And we're going to go for Hidden Power Ice on the Rhydon. That's a one-shot. Very good. We're going to go for Sludge Bomb on the Arcanine. Hoping to get a one-shot. Flamethrower does not knock us out, thankfully. And we get a two-hit knockout over the Arcanine. Alakazam goes down the one-shot. My bad. I'm losing my voice here. And then we knock out the Gyarados. So we have one Pokemon left, Sludge Bomb on the Executor. We do get the win. Took us a couple tries, but now we are facing Red. Now, Red is the problem. It's 1 hour and 50 minutes right now. 1 hour and 50 minutes. And actually, I think I'm only showing you one of the attempts. I'm pretty sure I had about another 5 minutes of attempts before I showed you this one. So, Pikachu is basically a one-shot. Snorlax is basically a two-shot. We're getting pretty good results there, and those are pretty consistent. Venusaur is a pretty consistent one as well. Psychic will be a two-shot. So we get a two-shot on the Venusaur. Don't take any damage. Full health going into Charizard. Charizard comes out, and it will one-shot us from full health. Flamethrower, knockout, good morning, good evening, good night, and we get beat by Red. And we just don't have nothing that compensates for this. Nothing. We spent so much time. We got here with so much time to beat Lady N's time, and we just really could not find a solution to this battle. So I had to go back to the well and kind of cheat a little bit. And this Pokemon has the opportunity to learn Agility, and I skipped over learning Agility because I didn't think it was going to be relevant, but I forgot how miserable this battle was. We actually get the Quick Claw to activate. We do go first, but again, we barely survive. And now the problem is we can't replenish health. So we have a couple variations of this battle where we're trying to get through X, Y, and Z. So we finally get through Charizard, and if maybe we one-shot Espeon there, we'd have a chance. But then again, we have no way to recover health. So we're not, because if you equip the leftovers, you don't have the Quick Claw to go first. If you equip the leftovers, then you're definitely not going first, and Charizard's going to one-shot you. And so you don't have a chance to knock them out. And so now we've added Agility, where Agility will give us the opportunity to go first because we can modify our stats and outspeed Charizard. But the other problem is we just don't have the ability to one-shot Charizard. So when we go into that battle with Charizard, he's going to at least take out most of our health. And the problem is we don't have enough health for the next two fights. The next two Pokemon are Espeon, and that's a one-shot. It hits us from almost full health and knocks us out. So now we've added rest. So if I'd added this from the get-go, we probably could have done just fine and gotten this done right away. Maybe rest solves the problem, period. Maybe it's not one of those things where I need to have both. But we've added the poison barb to get poison, or sludge bomb is a little bit more oomph to get the knockout. And we're going to go for rest right now. And now I'm healing, and Venusaur can't really do much to me. And the other thing about this healing is, if we need to use it again, it takes forever to do. Now, this is where being a little bit smart, if I'd have had this from the get-go, I probably could have got this done under 2 hours, easily under 2 hours. So we're going to go for Sludge Bomb. Is it enough to knock out the Charizard? It is not. So he's going to get a Flamethrower off. We do have to tank it pretty well. We did go up 4 more levels. So we did tank it pretty well. We went and grinded. In return, is it a one-shot? It is now a one-shot on the Espeon. So the other problem is, we're just not gonna do enough damage. He's gonna go for Surf and doesn't do a lot of damage. However, when he does this, which does Rain Dance, now Surf is boosted. So now we're not gonna offset the damage enough. What could have been nice here is to have Giga Drain. Giga Drain would have been a decent move here to recover some health without having to go to sleep. But I do not know if it would have been enough to still win this battle. So we're gonna try this again, and we're at 41 resets. Got here at around an hour and like 45 minutes. And now we're at 2 hours and 13 minutes. Garbage. Hot garbage. So we're going to boost our speed against the Snorlax. Sludge Bomb. Looks like it's still going to be a 2-shot. He doesn't do anything to us. And we knock it out. Full health going into the Venusaur. That's been a foregone conclusion. We're going for Sludge Bomb on this Pokemon rather than Psychic because we needed to add Rest. Rest is going to give us the ability to recover some health. We knock out the Charizard. We hit the Charizard, I should say. Now we knock it out, and we have 13 health left. We do get the knockout with Poison. We're going to knock out the Espeon. Once we knock out the Espeon, we can recover, and we equip ourselves with the Mint Berry. The Mint Berry is going to wake us up almost instantly, so we don't have to take multiple turns to recover from health. And he went for a Blizzard, which didn't do that much damage, but it could have been bad because it could have froze us. And we get one more Sludge Bomb, we get the win. Knockout over Blastoise. Beat Red in a time of 2 hours and 14 minutes and 8 seconds. Now, the thing about this is we took forever on Red. We could have got this under 2 hours easily if we just done the right strategy from the get-go. But we didn't, but that's part of the trial and error in playing through with Pokemon. We did beat our previous time, which is 2 hours and 43 minutes. But we did not beat Ladian's time. That was the goal. In the original playthrough, our goal was to beat Ladian's time, starting out from, being Ladybug to Ladian and beat the time, where Ladian took 3 hours. This took 2 hours and 43 minutes. And in the optimized playthrough, Ladian took about 2 hours and 4 minutes, and this took 2 hours and 14 minutes. So I know the strategy now. I could probably play through and get the strategy down pat. Probably don't have to level up to level 80, 89. I could probably do it lower level. However, it is what it is, and this is how we had to. This is what we had to do to win this game. A very frustrating playthrough. I will probably play through this one more time in the future, but not anytime soon. I'm done with this Pokemon. I want to move on. Next week, we're going to be playing through with Crobat, fully evolved, and with an egg move. I think that Pokemon's going to fly through the game, no pun intended, and it's going to do very well. But let me know what you think in the comment section down below. This is JD. This is Polywar's Wrath. We got, like I said, videos next week. Prediction video on Monday. We got to play through of Pokemon Blue with Primate fully evolved on Tuesday, and then on Friday next week, you're going to have the optimized playthrough of Crobat. Everyone have a good one, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one, and see you.